Hi there. My name is Malbea, and I welcome you to take charge of your thoughts. This morning as I stepped out my door to get my newspaper, I had to brush away some of the leaves that were on top of it in order to get my newspaper. And at the time that I did that, I thought, oh, this is the season of being thankful. And of course, every day when I walk out my door to get my paper, I also look at the sky and I say, thank you, God, I am above ground. What can I do for you today to improve our lives? And along with that, I also picked up some leaves to let you know that this is the season. And here we are with the mighty oak. It sits in back of my place. This is out in the front. Recognize that? Maple. But then I also have these. And by the way, if any of you are out there knowing the names of these, please say it out loud so I can hear you and know what they are. Did that make you smile? You're saying, silly girl, she can't hear me. But you know what? The most important thing is that you smiled. And I've told you many times how very, very important it is to add laughter and put smiles in your life daily. It improves your better health. It also reminded me, as I walked back in, of my grandchildren and what we call our grateful journey. Now, many of you may think, oh, yes, she's told that story before, and guess what? You've got one up on those who haven't. Because it's worth telling again, particularly in this holiday season of Thanksgiving and being grateful for all that we have and the blessings in our lives. One day I went to school to pick up Derick and Fiona to bring them to my house, and on the way down Claremont Road there are these enormous, huge trees, and the limbs just simply seem to come over and make a hood, or it is gorgeous. And I was telling them about that on the way back as we approached, and I said, you know, I am so grateful that I have this beauty when I come to get you children to take you home with me. And they said, yeah, it is pretty, Grandma. I said, maybe we can do something about being grateful. Okay, how about if we make a list and say what we're grateful for? 10 items, and I'll start. I did that so that I could let them know about what we were going to do in listing 10 items. I listed my 10, Derick listed his, Fiona listed hers, and at the end they said, can we add some more? Well, by that time we were through the tree section, and I said, why don't we just do this every time that I come to pick you up and take you home with me? Is that all right? Yes, that would be just fine. And perhaps we can then call this our grateful journey. So you know how very pleased and surprised I was. The next time I picked up the children on the way home, Derick said, Grandma, this is where we start our grateful journey. What a lovely thought, and how impressed I was with grandchildren that took it to heart and remember that we all in our lives have so much to be grateful for. And do you have items, a list for your grateful journey? You can do this, you know, when you take charge of your thoughts. Thanks for joining me. Tune in again next week. Remember to treat yourself as kindly as you do others, and repeat after me, every day, in every way, I am getting better, better, and better. Bye now.